Hey y'all, so I'm here to tell you about my trip to the Great Unconformity in Las Vegas. So there is a Great Unconformity in the Grand Canyon. That's why you may have heard the term before. And an unconformity is basically when there is some layers that form and then there's a bunch of erosion before the next layers form on top of it. So you might have a layer from 40 million years ago and then the next layer is from 10 million years ago. That's an unconformity. And I don't know the exact numbers. I'm not a geologist. That's the strip you could see in the background. Right there, we have some nice sedimentary rock growing. That is an igneous rock. It's K-spar. And that is a type of feldspar. So right here, he's showing us where you can see that this used to be a dune. So we can tell that this probably used to be a coastline or something like that. If you look by his foot, you can see, or where his hand is pointing, you can see two different directions where the rock is flowing, and that tells us that it was a dune. And that gap where he was the gap between igneous rock and sedimentary rock. So there was igneous rock on the right, then sedimentary rock on the left. Right here we have some oxidized manganese making a chocolate chip cookie. I was just really interested in how these awesome rocks just looked. And right there we have pegmatite. That is a rock that was formed super slowly, so the crystals are freaking enormous. Those are quartz crystals inside the K-spar, and I can tell it's K-spar because it's pink. So the one mineral I will never lose track of, and quartz because, quartz looks like quartz. There's a foot for scale. So that's a strip still. As you can see, we're going higher up into the hill. And I kind of wanted you to get a sense. So right there, that is a super steep drop off. You kind of can't tell in the picture. But we're looking at this huge drop off. And then on the other side, you see rocks that have, some of them are harder and then some of them are softer. And that's why they are in the interesting shelf-like shape that they are. That's a metamorphic rock right there, which means and you can see some garnet in it actually. Those red speckles are garnet, and you couldn't quite see it in that picture, but it freaking sparkled in the light. It was so pretty. I don't know what that plant is. There's some more garnet. Each of those little rusty colored marks is actually garnet, which is my birthstone. Not that it cares about me. It's millions and billions of years old, but maybe it does. Maybe it is looking out for me. I had to show a lot of the garnet because it just looked really cool to me. And yeah, so the rest of this is just me showing off cool rocks that I find, trying to identify, like, oh, is this quartz? Is this metamorphic, or is it sedimentary or igneous? That's an igneous rock again. The metamorphic rock was very interesting to me because it sparkled. I was like, what's actually making it glitter? But it's very hard to capture that glitter on the camera. If you look super closely, you could see it just then. Maybe rewind this video to see the sparkles in this metamorphic rock. And again, we have some garnet there. Right there, we have chert sitting on top of limestone. And chert is, I just learned, made from the shells of biological creatures that died. Anyway, I had a great time checking out the Great Unconformity, but the only thing that sucked was all of the glitter and sparkles down below is actually from beer bottles. We found so many beer bottles in trash. Please pick up after yourself. Stop drinking and throwing beer bottles at the cool rock sites.